folks, what's going on here? This is Wesley Virgin here. Welcome to another Sunday mindset message here. I go live each and every Sunday giving you the message for the week to set your week up to be more abundant and more prosperous as well. And listen up here, folks. This is what I really want you to understand about beginning your week and starting your week. How you start your week starts with Sunday, okay? Like today. Like everything that you're doing, what you're thinking about is orchestrating or developing the things, the moments, and the experiences that would take place tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it is extremely imperative to be able to use the beginning of the week to set the tone for the week. Does that make sense? Comment below. I must set the tone for the week. Okay? If you can hear my voice right now, I know it's Sunday. All praises to the Most High God is the greatest. Is he not? Let's go. I must, come on, say it with me here. I must set the tone for my week. You know, I learned that in my later 20s here, okay? I didn't realize that setting the tone for the week, by doing that, it was likely that my week will happen and it would go the way that I wanted it to go. So this is what we're going to do this morning here. How many of you feel good? Come on. How many of you feel just positive? You feel grateful? You thank God for a brand new day. You thank God for a brand new week. How many of you feel motivated? How many of you feel that this week is your breakthrough week? How many of you feel that the next 7 days of your life is going to be transformational financially, emotionally, in your relationships, in your life, in your health? How many of you believe that this is the week of breakthrough? This is the week of transformation. I want you to comment below here, okay? I love it. Somebody said, I feel perfect. I love that. I'm feeling grateful. Somebody said they feel like a billionaire here. Hey, so listen, go ahead and comment your names here below. Hey, I'm Wesley Virgin. I go live every single Sunday here. This is my podcast, which is called the Sunday Mindset Message here. And where I drop gems and jewels to help you to achieve your goals and your dreams, okay? Many of you know I'm just a young black kid from Houston, Texas, and I became a self-made millionaire. And I've dedicated and devoted my life to helping others like you, okay? To help you understand that you can have what you want. Hey, Ollie, how are you? Let me see here. Georgia, how are you? We have Daily, we have Money Shot here. How are you, sir? Thank you for the shares and thank you for the likes as well. These rants, these podcasts are growing very quickly here. And remember, if you ever want to listen to these podcasts later, just go to Google, type in Wesley Virgin Podcast. I have over 500 episodes of the rant and the Sunday Mindset Message that you can listen to on Spotify, or you can listen to on Apple Podcasts as well, okay, for you. Emmanuel, how are you, sir? Andrew Gonzalez. We have a young lady from San Antonio here. Vanessa from Switzerland, thanks for the hug. What's going on, Miss Sienna Strong? How are you? Campbell, how are you? Keisha, what's going on? Let's go! How many of you are motivated right now? Listen, you know I raise my voice sometimes because I'm excited. And I'm not just excited for my week. Like, listen. Hi, come here. This week is going to be a phenomenal week for me. I mean, not only am I going to make so much money, things in my life are transitioning to more positive, loving experiences. This week, it's just going to be so blessed. In the gym, with the relationships I have with people, with my team. They're going to make more money this week. I mean, I see all this, but I'm not just excited for me. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for what's about to take place in your life. I mean, honestly, and I know that sounds just like conjecture. You may say, Wesley, you don't know me. Listen, you're here. You're listening to me. Like, I am pouring these words and I am pouring my energy inside of you. I know some of you have a smile in your face right now. I know some of you, before I jumped on here, you were laying in your bed and now you're up, you're erect. You're walking around your room. You're making your bed. You're feeling good. You're eating healthy. You're drinking some water. You had your protein shake. You're going to the gym. You're feeling how grateful it is to be alive. You're thinking about your goals. You're writing down your goals. You're setting your expectations. You're getting rid of all old vices and negative habits, right? Come on now. I know you're feeling good. That's why I'm feeling outstanding right now. Hold up, let me get this weighted blanket on my body properly here. So listen here. This morning here, I want to talk about, by your words, you'll be rewarded. And by your words, you shall be punished. Okay? Write that down. That's the topic for this morning, this Sunday, gorgeous morning. Okay? By your words, write that down, ladies and gentlemen. Write it down. Okay? By your words, you'll be rewarded. And by your words, you shall be punished. What am I talking about here? Check it out. This Sunday, I want to do something different. I want to do something special here this Sunday, if you don't mind. Can I do something special for you guys? Come with the word yes below. Can I do something special, something a little bit different? I want to do something interactive. We got about 68 people on here right now live, and I want all of us collectively to do it together, because I believe if we do it collectively, it will be more powerful in the universe, okay? If we do it together, instead of being one person, if we do it all together, there's highly likely that there's a chance that we'll be able to all receive our blessings, the things that we want, the financial abundance, the positive experiences all at once. Is that cool? I want everybody to comment these words below. I want you to say, I can have it. I want you to comment these words below. I can have it. Okay? And I want you to comment those words 7 times. Now, listen, don't ask me why. I'm asking you to do that 7 times. I'm the coach. I'm the mentor here. All I want you to do is be teachable. All I want you to do is to be coachable. All I want you to do is trust me for 1 second. Now I want you to comment below, I can have it. Okay? And I want you to comment that 7 times. I don't care if you're in the bedroom, you're at work, in your car. Pull over. Pull over for a second. It's going to take 2 minutes. And I want you to comment 7 times below, I can have it. I can have it. I can have it. And I want you to comment those words below for me, please. I'm looking at the comments here. 7 times. I want all of you to do that for me, okay? And I'm going to explain why in a second here. I can have it, okay? 7 times. Come on, do it for me, please. Comment below. I can have it. I don't care if you just logged on, you're late. Listen, I start at 10 o'clock a.m. every Sunday. I can have it. I don't care where you are right now. I don't care how bad or how good your life is. I want you to comment these words below. Maybe you got eye boogers in your eyes right now. Maybe you haven't brushed your teeth. Maybe you haven't washed your face. But I want you to comment right now, in this moment, I can have it 7 times. I love it. I can have it 7 times. Comment below. Now, this is what I want you to do now, because you should be already done. Why? Because you're a coachable person. And coachable people, they get what they want. So listen, now there's a second phase of this. Now what I want you to do, not only do I want you to comment, I can have it, I want you to say it. And comment at the same time. So while you're typing, I can have it, I want you to voice it. As you're typing, I want you to say, I can have it. I want you to speak it out of your mouth. I don't care if you're at work right now. Go to the bathroom. Go outside for a second. Stop smoking that cigarette. Put that vape down. I want you to comment, I can have it. I want you to type it, And I want you to say it to yourself. I can have it 7 times. Do it now, please. Okay? Do it now. I can have it. I can have it. Okay? I can have it. I want you to say it. I can't. Listen, hold up. Pause. Pause for a second. Some of you, I can't hear you. You know what's so mind-boggling? Every person that's on this Sunday Mind Message right now want better, right? You want stuff. You want things to transition and transform in your life. You want to get rid of negativity and problems and challenges, right? But yet, when we're talking about you, when I ask you to say, I can have it, this is what you're doing. I can have it. But when you're celebrating other people's success, you're screaming. When you're at the Super Bowl, when you're at the NBA, when you're at the finals, when you're in the club, you're screaming. When Drake comes out, oh my God, Drake, oh my God, Drake. Rihanna, Beyonce, you're screaming. You get the Usher concert screaming, oh my God, Usher. But yet, when it's time for you to progress, when it's time for you to condition your mind, when it's time for you to manipulate yourself, you say, I can have it. What I want you to understand is that if you want to believe something, if you want to be able to alter your self-beliefs about yourself, you got to be serious about it. You got to be passionate about it. So the thing is, this is the third phase. So instead of murmuring or mumbling that I can have it, I want you to shout it. I can have it. I want you to have a serious conversation with yourself. This is what I want you to do. I want everybody to get up right now. Get up! And I want you to go to your mirror right now. Go find a mirror. I don't care if it's a mirror outside of your purse, ladies. Find that little makeup mirror that you look at yourself every second. Pull that mirror up or go to the bathroom. Find your mirror right now. And all I want you to do is I want you to look at yourself and say, I can have it. See, what I realized, and let me say the title one more time so you guys can get where I'm going here. I said, by your words, you will be rewarded. And by your words, you'll be punished. What I'm sharing with you, your words are more powerful to your destiny than you have been taught. What you say out of your mouth and how you say it. See, listen, it's not about just what you say, it's how you say it. See, many of you don't get it. You might say, well, I've said affirmations before, Wes. I've said things like this, but how did you say it? You know, some of you, when you get pissed off at somebody, especially in relationships, because relationships are so emotional, right? You know, when you get mad at your significant other, get mad at your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, you get so pissed off. Man, I hate you. I can't stand. Why did you do that to me? You hurt me. That's you. I mean, I've never heard a passionate relationship when two people are having a disagreement and somebody feels hurt. I never heard somebody say, you hurt me so much. You know, you hurt me. I hate you. I can't stand you. No. See, listen, the reason why we raise our voice like that, especially in relationships, is because we want the person to feel that shit. We want them to feel the pain that they have caused inside of us. And what I want you to understand that right now, we're going to the opposite side of pain. We're going to the pleasure side. And when I ask you to say, I can have it, I want you to use that same passion because I want the universe. I want every fiber in your body to feel that you can have what you want. How do I know this? This is how I begun. Okay? This is how I begun my personal journey of becoming a very wealthy, astounding, excellent, extraordinary man. I was a man like a lot of you men. I was broken. I couldn't manage my finances properly. I had bad credit. I was making bad decisions. I was making a ton of mistakes. And I realized that it wasn't all about just having the skill of making money. It wasn't all about just having the right opportunities or having the right mentorship, I realized that I had to use my words differently. See, just by saying that I can have it, by you saying that, that thought now is lingering in your mind that you can have it. You may say, well, Wesley, have what? You can have whatever you want. See, the reason why your words shall punish you as well, because you've been using the word, I can't. Oh, I can't do that. Well, that's not possible. Well, I don't know if I can do that. I'm not good enough for this. Well, I've been doing this for so long, I don't know if it's going to work. I'm so tired, I don't think this is for me. And what you don't realize, that you're punishing yourself. You are the punisher of yourself. You know, to tell you a story, when my children were very young, and I understood this in my later 20s, and my children were very young at this time. And whenever they would use the word, I can't, because obviously, you know, children, they use these words all the time. They don't realize what they're doing. They don't realize what they're saying. And when they would say, I can't, I would stop them. I would say, hey, don't ever say that again. Don't ever say what you can't do. Don't even use the word. As a matter of fact, the word doesn't exist. As a matter of fact, the word is a curse word. I used to tell them, I said, that's a curse word. Did you curse at me? I said, you're using a derogatory term right now. Did I tell you not to curse? He said, Daddy, what you mean curse? I didn't curse. Yes, you did. You used the word can't. Because can't means cut off any thinking that would allow you to do it. See, I had to teach my children that what they expected starts from their words. You can't say what you can't do before you actually do it. And even after you try to do it, if you don't do it, it doesn't mean that you can't do it. It means that you can't do it right now. But it doesn't mean that you're not able to do it. Does that make sense? I was teaching my children when they were 6 and 7 years old this. I said, don't use the word I can't. They didn't get it. They didn't understand that. But now that they're 19, 17, and 15, they get it. They understand how negative the word I can't is. They understand how that word just cuts off any thoughts to actually thinking on how they can. I said, before you use the word I can, I want you to think about how you can do it. Before we say, well, that can't happen, that can't happen. Listen, you know how many times people told me in the industry of internet marketing that I couldn't do certain things? Well, Wes, I don't know if you can be number one. Wes, you can't charge these type of prices. Wes, you can't do that. People are broke. You can't raise your prices to someone. You can't charge people $50,000. You can't do that. I said, why can't I? Well, because people are broke. People don't have the money. I beg to differ. I believe that people do have the money, and I can and I will. Wes, you can't make $1 million a month. I said, why can't I? Come on, the market is a cap out, you know. Wes, you can't run a product forever. Why can't I? And I did it. I became the #1 product in the world. I've made over $1 million a month. Okay? What I want you to do is, I want you right now in this moment to eliminate the word I can't from your vocabulary. Okay? I want you to remove this word. It doesn't exist anymore for you. And let me tell you why it doesn't exist. Because you, young lady, you young man, are becoming something different. See, I think some of you don't realize the transition that must happen as an individual for you to begin to see the world differently. And when I say see the world differently, I want you to see the world as if it's your playing ground, which means that everything in the world, everything that you see, everything that you experience, you can manipulate. You can have everything. It's a playing ground. You go out there and just have a little fun. You can have this. You can have that. I want you to see it that way. I don't want you to see the world as a challenge. I don't want you to see the world as suffering. I don't want you to see the world as you can't do this because they said this. Well, I can't do that because they said this. I want you to see the world as your playing ground. I want you to comment these words below, and I want you to say it with conviction. The world is my playground. comment that below, please. The world is my playground. Okay? Now, I want you to raise your voice, young lady. Listen, I know some of you right now, still, the world is my playground. Well, Wesley, I don't want to disrupt anyone. Wesley, my kid's in the other room. Wesley, I'm not the only one that's standing. I don't care. So what? Well, Wesley, I got neighbors that I might get kicked out. You might not get kicked out. What if this was an opportunity for the first time in your life to be able to voice the person that you want to be? What if this moment right now is the opportunity for you to navigate through all the negative issues in your life by using your words to create the life that you want? The world is my playground. How many of you feel that you can have it? How many of you now feel that you can have what you want? Listen, your words. If you use your words correctly, you will be rewarded in life. If you wake up every day and say, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that everything is working out perfectly in my favor. This young lady I was dating, and I would tell her all the time, because sometimes she's stressed about certain things, and she's such a remarkable woman. I'm so proud of her. She's building businesses. She's doing very well, but sometimes she has stressful moments, and sometimes she has moments that she don't know what to do. One thing about me, not only am I a great boyfriend, I'm a great educator to a woman, right? I know how to guide and lead a woman properly because I understand what she's going through. I know how to listen. And I shared something with her. I said, hey, listen to me. And I would tell her this all the time. I said, everything is going to work out perfectly. And I'll make her say it. I said, say it with me. A lot of women are very uncommon to this because not many women meet a man like myself. Like, you meet some men that understand the law of attraction, understand this positive thinking. But me, I am a professor on this stuff. I am a philosopher, okay? And I understand it very deeply here. So I told her, I said, hey, listen, look at me. I want you to say it with me. Everything will work out perfectly. And she'll say it. She said, everything will work out perfectly. I said, say it again. Everything will work out perfectly. And let me tell you something. Everything has been working out perfectly for this young lady. Everything is working out perfectly. She had one business. The business had to dissolve. And within like less than 60 days, 90 days, this woman has a brand new business. Done. Because she believes at an unconscious level that everything will work out perfectly. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have stressful moments. It doesn't mean you're going to have times that you're going to be tired and exhausted. It's not going to mean that you're going to have times that you are uncertain about your future. But you're going to have this very deep belief within you that says, everything will always work out in my favor. Because that's the belief that I have about everything in my life. See, I even know when I have uncertain things or uncertain events that take place, things I may be confused about. But I have a root understanding and I have a root belief that I want to embed in your consciousness that everything will work out in your favor. And as long as you have that root belief, it will. You hear me? It will. Always. Isn't it fascinating? Like it always will work out perfectly for you. Just because of the belief. Not because you read another book. Not because you met a certain person. Not because you have a certain type of mentor. Not because you watch this podcast or you watch this motivational video on the internet. Not because you went to the church and the preacher preached a certain... No, it's because you have a root belief. You have a root belief that everything always works out in your favor. In your favor means it works out to your benefit. Hello? Can I get an amen, please? Are you folks following me here? I mean, are you listening to me right now in this moment here? It means that everything works out in your favor that benefits you. That's all that means. Imagine if you had a belief that everything works out in your favor. Always. It doesn't matter if it happens today, tomorrow, 2 years from now, but everything that you do always works out in your favor based off your intentions. By your words, you'll be rewarded, my friends. You're going to be rewarded with some things. See, the reason why I got some things in my life right now, because of my words. Not because I'm super intelligent. Not because I'm a charismatic man. Not because I'm smart. Not because I'm handsome, tall, and black. No. Not because I got pretty white teeth. No. Not because I got a gorgeous smile. No. Not because I drive a McLaren and drive a... No. My words got me here. See, when I was in times of destitution, I wouldn't say destitution, but it was tough times. Sleeping on the air mattress, riding the bus. I used to ride the metro here in Houston, Texas. How many of you from H-Town, Houston? I used to ride the bus, believe it or not. And I'm not talking about as a 21-year-old. Imagine riding the bus and you're 27 years old. Man, if you riding the bus and you 25 plus, you made some mistakes in life. Can I get an amen? I mean, you made some mistakes. If you're on that bus, if you're on that local transportation and you 25 plus, you have made some mistakes in life, and I did. But I remember when I was on the bus and I would sit on the bus for 2 hours to go to a job that paid me $8 an hour at a call center. It was called ACS. I would talk to myself. I said, everything is going to work out in your favor, Wesley. You're not going to always be here. This is just a step. It's not even a big deal. Everything works out in your favor. Everything that you want, you always get. I would say that over and over again for 2 hours on that bus to myself privately. You hear me? See, I didn't care about what was happening in my current reality. Why? Because I understood that I define my reality. I define it. I don't let the world define my reality. I'm not going to sit on that bus and say, man, I can't believe I lost my job. I lost my place to live. And now I'm on this bus. Now I got to drive 2 hours to make $8 an hour. It's not even enough money. No, I didn't tell myself that story. I told myself everything's going to work out perfectly for me. I'm not worried about this. So I'm having fun on this bus. I get to have some sleep. I'm going to sleep for 2 hours. I'm going to get out. I'm going to work. I'm going to get back on this bus and sleep for another 2 hours. It's all good because this is temporary for me. You see what I did there? Look, pay attention. I gave myself new words. Let me go deeper. I gave myself and told myself a new story about my situation. You know how many people have failing situations? And they tell you how bad it is. Oh, I'm going through this. I'm going through a divorce. I'm going through a breakup. I just lost my job. I just lost money. I just lost my mama. I just lost my daddy. I just lost this. My children are acting right. I'm sick. I'm ill. I had to go to the doctor. And what they don't realize is that they're creating a story that is putting them deeper in the hole psychologically. And that's what you are doing, young people. You don't realize it. You're doing it unconsciously. You ever been down, depressed, or upset, and you find yourself saying things which are words, and you're punishing yourself, causing yourself to feel hurt and more pain, exacerbating the experience, making it worse. It's not that it is worse. We're making it worse because of our psychology. The thinking, the words. Many of you think it and then you say it. Thinking is like the nail. Your words are the hammer that drives the nail in the board. Why do you think it's so hard for you to change? Why do you think, listen, why do you think it's so hard for people to change? And think about how many moments you have used your words to drill
these debilitating, weakening thoughts, these horrible thoughts in your mind. You've drilled it. And now when you listen to a guy like me, now you want to take these nails out of the board, and it's hard. It almost feels that you can't change. It almost feels that you can't get rid of these negative thoughts. You can't get rid of these thoughts that are so painful, that hurt. What I want you to understand is you're punishing yourself by your words. No one else is doing it. You're doing it. You're punishing yourself. You're telling yourself a story that doesn't serve you. I'm here to tell you here on this Sunday morning that I want you to begin to use your words with power. I want you to be intentional with your words. I don't want you to get so enthralled and so associated to what you call reality. Because your reality is nothing but your perception. It's just your opinion about what it is. And we use words as descriptors. The words that we say describe the experiences that we have. Can I get an amen, please? Are they not? The words that you say during your day are the descriptors that label the experiences that take place in our life. Okay? Your words can make you rich. Your words can make you poor. Your words can make you average. Your words can make you sick. And your words can heal you. Your words can make you feel love. And your words can make you feel hate. Your words can make you feel successful. And your words can create failures. See, the one thing that I would like to teach you, and what I would like you to understand, is what you say is just as important to what you do. If I tell myself I don't feel like working out, I don't feel like going to the gym. I don't feel like working out, man. I'm staying in bed all day. I'm relaxed. I went to the gym yesterday. I'm not going today. I don't feel too well. What you don't realize, those words, it's going to prevent you from taking the action called working out or going to the gym. But if you say, you know what, I'm going to the gym. I don't feel that well, but I'm going to the gym anyway. Why? Because I got to go. I got to be consistent, and I got to push through. See that? See the difference? What was the difference? Comment below. Let me see if you folks are smart yet. Like, what was the difference? What was the difference? Comment below. What was the difference? The words. That's it. That's all. That's the only thing. What's the difference? One person said, I'm too tired. I don't feel good. I'm not going to the gym. Another person said, I'm tired. I don't feel like going, but I'm going anyway. I gotta go. I must. Your words, write this down, please. Your words will determine how much action you take in your life, in every area of your life. If you tell yourself, I hate this relationship, I'm getting out this, I can't stand this person, I'm going to leave this person's not for me, blah, blah. If you keep telling yourself that, then what's going to happen? You're out of there. But if you tell yourself, I'm going to work through this, I'm going to develop myself, I'm going to be a better person, I'm going to be a better listening with this person to see if I can make this thing work because I want it to work. It's a totally different experience. Totally different actions. Hello? You see how our words affect us? See, some of you still believe that, I just need more money. I just need a mentor. Come on, Wesley, I need a mentor. Every time when people see me, I love when people approach me, by the way. And, men typically approach me like all the time, not women. It's always men all the time. And it's all good. I resonate with men very deeply here, especially black men. And, they come and say, Wesley, man, Wes. And, I have men that tell me their progress, and I'm proud of them. Just yesterday I was at the gym, and this young man, he follows me online, and I see him in the gym, and he just shares his progress. And I know he's looking for some encouraging words as well. And I'm proud of him. He's a young man. He's doing very well financially, and he wants to go to the next level here. And I love doing that. But, men always ask me to be their mentor. If I could just sit down with you, if I can get on your schedule, if I can get on your calendar. And what I want you to understand that you don't need to get on my calendar. You don't need to be on my schedule. As a matter of fact, you don't even need me at all. Like what I'm doing here on these podcasts, on these rants here on my Instagram account, it's more than enough for you to make progress. A lot of you men, a lot of you women, you don't have a mentor problem. You have an execution problem. You're not executing because of the words that you're using. I shared the story last night with the young man that I was working out, and he was talking about Facebook ads. And he said, you think I should run Facebook ads, or you think I should just do these things organically? And I said, well, if you have the money, you have an unlimited budget, you can just spend money on ads, but what if I waste a lot of money? See his words. He said waste. He said, what if I waste money? What if I spend money, I don't make money? Right? He used the word waste. Is that a powerful word? No. That's a word that's going to allow him to quit. So I changed his words for him. I said, hey, don't use that word, man. It's not about waste. I said, imagine if that's just an investment, my friend. See, what the words that he was using was the words of the poor, of the failures, the people that quit, the people that give up. They use the word waste. Well, I'm wasting my money. I don't want to waste my money. Well, I'm wasting money. I wasted money for 5 years. No, you didn't. You've invested. You know how much money that I invested in myself in different companies and different courses? Hundreds of thousands of dollars, money that I didn't even have. That wasn't a waste. I'm worth over $40 million right now. How is that a waste? Even if I supposedly, quote unquote, lost 100,000, but I'm not going to tell how much money I got in the bank, but I say this, I got more than $5 million sitting around. So wasn't that a great investment? Did I really lose? See, the problem with a lot of you, you're just looking at today. And when you invest your money, invest your time, you're looking for a return today. But that's not how it works. The return may come in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. What's important for you is to plant a seed. Keep planting, keep learning, keep evolving. Because, see, many of you don't realize how much knowledge and how much application of that knowledge that you have to do and execute on to become an expert. It's a lot. It's going to take some time, right? It's going to take some focus. Many of you are still looking for the quick fix. You're looking for just, if I'm by the mentor, some people believe if they're just close to me and if they're just with me, then I'm going to make them rich in less than a year. Can I do it? It's possible. But most of it's going to take more than a year. Just because you augment to me, I remember many of you know who Ariella is. She's the VP of my company. You can look at her. I follow her online, Ariella. And she reached out to me. She was 26 and 27 years old through the DM. And this woman would send me videos every single day. Oh, my God. Video. It was annoying at first, right? Send me the video, and she was just saying, oh, Wesley, I can do this for you. I can be this. I can sell this, blah, 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 whatever, right? But after 3 months of not answering her, and typically I don't answer DMs. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on how I feel at the moment, okay? So if you send me DMs, I don't answer. It doesn't mean I don't see it, okay? But I'm too busy. So I decided to give her an opportunity. And, just like her, just like everybody else, they feel that if they attach themselves to a millionaire, then they're going to be a millionaire. And then, listen, I'm not saying that's impossible, but what you don't realize is this, and this is what I teach everybody when I mentor them, is that you being around me, yes, you're going to learn a lot. Trust me, you're going to change. But it's up to you to make yourself rich. Does that make sense? I'm going to give you an example with Ariella. So Ariella, she worked with me, not personally, but she worked with one of my employees, and she was in the customer service department. She was working with that and understanding that side of the business. And honestly, I didn't know how far she would go. I wasn't even thinking about her. I just brought on, and I do this sometimes. Some people, they're just so adamant to work with me. Wesley, please work with me. Please. I'm going to change everything for you. I'm telling you, I'm ready. I'm serious. And let me tell you, so over 95% of those people are not serious. I brought a lot of people on board, and within 1 week, I had to fire their ass and terminate them immediately. And I will, right? Because I don't have time to waste my time at all. That's one thing that God has given me that we can't get more of, and my time is very special and very precious, like a gift. So with Ariella, she was working and working and working. Year went down, and then she had the opportunity to start a supplement company, and she came to me. Oh, she's on here right now, guys. So look, Ariella was like, well, Wesley, I can do the supplement company. We can sell supplements. Now listen, I've never sold supplements a day in my life. As a matter of fact, I never wanted to because it's a physical product. I prefer digital products because digital products, the return on investment is insane. Like with one of my products, I made over $20 million, and that was just net to me. I didn't have a lot of costs. So I have a lot of money. That's why I have so much stuff in my life now. And that's why I have a ton of money everywhere that's making money for me today because of that product, by the way. But she was very adamant and said, I could do it. I said, okay, well, if you do it, you got to do it by yourself. She said, no problem. Now, listen, I like that about her. I like that because she said she'll do it herself. Because that's what I'm teaching people. Like when I'm mentoring, I'm teaching them to be independent of me. Yes, I'm always going to be there for them, but I want them to have the mentality that they can do it themselves. Because, it's just like a father or a daughter and daddy relationship. If you train your children to always need you, they would need you for the rest of your life. What would be freaking annoying, right? I need my children to be self-reliant. You can't be calling me every time something happened in your life. Because one day, unfortunately, Dad is going to leave this planet here, and you need to be able to be resilient, strong, and formidable, period. So with Ariella, one trait I loved about her because she took initiative, even though she didn't know what she was doing. She had no clue on what to do, but she said, I can do it. She just said, she said, I can do it. She didn't say, I don't know how to do this. And maybe she didn't know how to do it, but she didn't tell me that. She gave me all I can do this easily. And I love it about her because she was like, I can do this easily. She had no clue what she was getting herself into. But just her mindset, just her mentality, her thought pattern. She said, I can do this, no problem. I got it. I said, go get it done then. And then she spent months and months and months. And it's a lot of work, by the way. You have to get the supplement. You have to get the labels done. You got to get the FDA approval. You got to find the white label. You got to find out what the cost is. You got to negotiate the cost with the different vendors. It's a lot. It's just no easy feat to do this here, right? And what she wanted to do is sell it on the phone. I think it was called Fat Diminisher Plus. I think we still have those. I think we still have those little pills and vitamins somewhere around the house, right? Fat Diminisher Plus. That was her first company that she created by herself, right? And then I remember she even employed her friend. I can't remember the name of her friend, but she brought a friend on board, and then they started to sell it. And let me tell you something, they started to sell a little bit. They didn't sell a lot, but they were selling on the phone. And the only reason why it didn't work because they weren't selling enough. Because the problem with supplements at the time, it wasn't on demand, which means I had to buy supplements and then they had to sell them. And it just wasn't profitable to me. So that business, unfortunately, was a failure. But listen, do you think Ariella stopped? Did she get discouraged at times? Absolutely. Of course. I remember it was like year 2. She was like, oh, Wesley, I'm not making any money with you because I wasn't paying her a dime. Because I would ask her all the time when she would ask me, if I wanted to pay her or, I said, let me ask you a question. You want to be an employee or do you want to be a business owner? Make a decision. Who do you want to be? It's fine. If you want me to pay you, I'll pay you $10 an hour. Fine. No problem. But my question to you is, do you want to be an employee or do you want to be rich? You hear me? I said, do you want to be an employee or you want to be rich? And guess what Ariella said? I want to be rich. She was very adamant of being very rich, period. She said, fuck it, I want to be rich. So, okay, well, I can't pay you anything. Every once in a while, I give a little $4,000 to $5,000 here. You know what I mean? Like maybe once a year, right? But she kept pushing through, okay? She kept going forward. And, she used to come to me sometimes and say, well, Wesley, I thought, I'll be able to make some money, and then maybe if you teach me. I said, Ariella, let me share some with you. Yeah, I'm your mentor. And it's my responsibility as your mentor is to help you succeed greatly. But I'm not going to help you succeed based off your terms. And see, that's what happened with a lot of people when they look for mentorship. Because in their mind, they have this vision of what the mentor is going to do for them. Oh, you're going to make me rich. You're going to give me this great idea, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm instilling so much inside of you that you're going to conjure up a great idea. You're going to bring it to me. You got to bring me the idea. I'm not going to create an idea for you. Why would I do that? I could do that for myself and make more millions of dollars for me. I need you to have the confidence and have the intellectual ability to create your own ideal and bring it to Wesley Virgin and let Wesley Virgin sprinkle his sauce and let me make millions for you. And let me tell you something that happened. So this is year 2, maybe year 2.5. And I remember it was a young lady. I'm not going to say her name publicly here, but it was a black young lady that brought me a phenomenal ideal. Okay. She brought me a phenomenal. It was really good. I'm not going to lie to you. And I get a lot of people that pitch me all the time. I get hundreds of people per month that pitch me on all kinds of stuff. But this woman had something great. And she did a video. She sent me a video. It was very professional. And she explained on how she can augment to my business. It wouldn't cost me a dime. And I can make an easy 6 figures per month just by implementing this thing into the business. And I said, okay, this is great. And at the same time, this young lady had this other guy with him. It was a black guy, right? And he didn't have the idea, obviously, but he wanted to be a part of the deal. And, you know, whatever, he was there as well. And then I said, wow, young lady, this is good. I like this. I want to do something with this. And I remember at the time, Ariella, she was kind of orchestrating this as well, because she was like in between customer support and running different parts of the she was working with this young lady named Jennifer. That's a whole nother story. And then, as you can see, I love working with women. But check it out. So then the black young lady, we had a big meeting. And I told them, I said, okay, if we do this, I think the deal was like 33%, everybody 33%. I wasn't even thinking, I'm going to be honest with you. Even though it was a good idea, I didn't care too much about it because I had so much going on. And I didn't know if it was going to succeed or fail. I didn't really think too much about it, honestly, but I just knew it was a great idea, right? Because having a great idea and executing a great idea is very different, right? Because execution can be very difficult. And I wasn't going to execute. They was going to do it for themselves. But she came up with a great idea. And I said, well, if we do this, then, you know, the percentages that we are going to agree on is going to be in perpetuity, which perpetuity means it's going to be forever, right? Which means is, but further to that, anything that you do in the future, I will get a percentage of that as well. Because to be a part of my brand, obviously, it's like you're working with Drake. Like if you work with Drake one time, then obviously you get popular and famous. Then I'm going to get everything that you get for the rest of your life. I'm going to get a percentage of that. I mean, that's just smart marketing. That's just smart in my opinion, right? So let me tell you something. Khadijah, I said her name, oh my God. The black woman, she agreed to it. She had no problem. She was ready. She wanted to work with Wesley Virgin. You know, one thing about women, they love working with me, right? Because I'm such a kind man. I'm brutal, but I'm kind. And I'm knowledgeable as well. And I keep it business. I'm a very professional person. So the thing is, when she wanted, guess who didn't want to agree? The black man, the black guy. He said, oh, no. What you mean? So they mean anything? Now listen, the black guy is not making any money at all. And as a matter of fact, he was poaching my customers. What he was doing was, we had a group, we had all these different groups in these different companies, and he was selling services to my group. Didn't even tell me, right? So he already trying to steal from me and think I didn't know. I already knew, right? But I just didn't bring it up. And he was like, well, we can't do it. I mean, anything that I do, and if I do this and if I do that, I say, absolutely, you're going to be a part of my brand. Being a part of my brand is going to magnify you. You're going to become very significant on the planet, and you're going to be associated to me. I'm a fucking giant in this industry, right? When I walk in, when people pick up my phone call, they answer my text. Anything I want from this industry, I get 100% in the internet marketing world, right? So, and I've earned that spot, right? And so I said, yeah, I'm going to need perpetuity on everything that you do. And he didn't want to agree. And unfortunately for the black young lady, she would stay quiet. And she just let the man just allow her to lose the deal. And I remember it was going back and forth. And Ariella, she was over this negotiation process, because I think at that time we had just did a seminar in Vegas, and that was after Vegas. And she was talking with them, and they didn't want to agree. And let me tell you what Ariella did. Listen up, they changed her life forever. Okay? Let me tell you what this young lady from New York City, I think she was like, 27, 28 years old at the time. Let me tell you what she did. She did the genius thing. It's a smart thing. And you know, listen, in life is like you get these very unique opportunities, and most people don't see it because they're not focused on them. But they're there. They're always just these very sweet opportunities that can change your entire life. And she saw it. And she said, Wesley, why not just do it myself? Why can't I just do it? She's like, you giving these people all these percentages and you giving all this. I've been with you for this is exactly what she said. I've been with you for 2 to 3 years and you're allowing these people just to come in. I said, well, they brought me the idea. I mean, what you mean? You didn't bring me anything. They brought me an idea and they brought me a plan. And she said, well, I'll do it. Since they can't come to any type of compromise, I'll do it. I said, you want to do it? Yeah, I do everything. You don't have to worry about nothing. I would do everything. I would implement it. I'll execute it. I do it operate. I do everything. Just like you did with the supplement, right? So I'm not thinking at the time. I said, all right, cool. Then we said, all right, I do 50-50 split with you, whatever. I give you 50%, I give 50%, whatever, do your thing. But everything that you make, everything that you do has to be on your side. Everything. It comes out of your cost on your side. My 50% is untouched. I always give 50% of everything. No cost is going to be incurred on my side. And she said, no problem. And let me tell you something. That year, we made $1 million. Actually, I think $2 million. That year, that young lady became a millionaire. Okay? That year. She became a millionaire. And look, I didn't give her the idea. The idea was not my idea. I mean, of course I have the vehicle, right? I have the platform, of course. But she took an idea and she stepped up to the plate and said, let me do it. And I said, all right, go for it. And she created a new company. And now this woman, it's been, how many years has it been, Ariella? You've been with me? Has it been 5, 6 years? How many years? Ariella, how many years? How many years you been with me, Ariella? Maybe 6 years, I don't know, 5 years. It's been a long time, right? 6 years this woman has been with me. This month, she's gonna do, you know, Ariel, you remember we used to do $1 million a year? She's gonna close, she's nearly gonna hit $1 million this month. In a month. And remember, she gets half of that, right? So if she hit $1 million, she gets $500,000 in 1 month, folks. That's 6 years. All right? I mean, listen, Ariella was just a regular average woman from the internet, man. You know, she didn't have any particular skills. She used to do real estate. She was selling houses. I don't even think she had a license. I don't know how she sold houses. But she was hungry, man. And she knew what she wanted. Like everybody, you know, anybody can do exactly what this woman did. You know? She just persevered. If she think back on everything that she incurred to get to where she is now, I mean, she had moments that she was down, she'll call me, cry to me. Wesley, I don't know, what is the thing? Oh my God, my life is over, Wes. I mean, she was going through the process. I understand the process very well. My life is over. What I'm going to do? But me, as the mentor, I'm calm always calm. I understand what she's going through, right? What I want you to understand that can be you. Okay? Like that can be you. This woman is 29, 30 years old. She's making $500,000 a month. Like, how does a person do that? You think women make $500,000 a month? You think that's normal? She's not an OnlyFans girl. She's not on the internet showing and showcasing her body, trying to get men to give her money, the sugar daddies. No, she's a businesswoman. She understands how to run a business. She knows how to be profitable. She knows how to run a team. She knows how to manage a team and lead a team. Okay? But you know one thing that she learned and she understood? That her words are powerful. Her words. I remember when she was doing $150,000 a month, and I said, well, Ariella, I need you to do $500,000. We're going to charge $20,000 now. You know, I remember one time we was charging $1,000 for a product that we should have been charging $20,000 for. I said, Ariella, we're going to charge now $5, $10, $10. You're going to be doing $20,000, $30,000 a day. Ariella, didn't I tell you that? Remember I told you that? Before you even have a thought, I said, Ariella, you should be doing $20,000 to $30,000 a day. And she couldn't believe it. What? Wes, we can't. People are not going to pay this amount of money. She kept telling me, she's like, no way. No way. No, I don't know, but because $5,000 a day was a lot for her. I said, no, we're going to be doing 20, 30,000 minimum. What you talking about? Minimum a day. And now we do 40 to 50,000 a day. Right? Now, what was the difference? Just the words. I told her. See, that's what makes me a great mentor. It's not because I'm smart. It's because my expectations of people's potential is very high. Okay? I have a young lady right now that I'm working with that's a part of our team as well. And she been with me for a while. And she from Instagram as well. Another young lady from Instagram. She's been listening for years. For years. And finally had an opportunity to come to my team. And I've been working with her to get her where she needs to be. And I'm going to have her do $40,000 a month. I think she's at like $20,000 right now. It's going to be at $40,000, $60,000 a month. And you may like, what's the difference? Just the words, man. What you don't realize, see, folks, what many of you don't realize the expectations that you have for yourself. Many of you don't realize what your expectations are. And many of your expectations are so low. Like many of you women, your expectations when it comes to a man is very low. Men, your expectations for a woman is very low. For money, very low. Opportunities, very low. Right? And you can see this based off your work ethic and what you believe and what you say out of your mouth. And what I do is I raise your expectations, okay? Like Ariella, this year she's going to be doing $2 million a month. Just watch. $2 million at minimum. Come on. $2 million a month. $1 million for her, $1 million for me. Some of you can't even fathom that. You go, what? How is that going to happen? Because you're too busy thinking about the how. I don't give a fuck about the how. I just know it's going to happen. I don't care how long. I don't care what we got to do, but it will happen, period. Does that make sense? It's just my expectation. That's why I'm the CEO of the company. That's why I'm the boss. That's why I'm the daddy of the fucking company. Because I set the vision, I set the tone of what's possible for the people that work for me. I don't want people making the same money. Listen, I got a customer service rep right now, and she lives in Colombia. She makes $6 an hour, right? In Colombia, that's a lot of money. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but it's good money. But I said, let me tell you something, young lady, and she takes care of all my retention and chargebacks. I said, let me ask you a question here. I said, how much money do you want to make? And I do this to everybody. I did it at my last seminar. I asked everybody, what do you want? Because I want to give you what you want. Because if I give you what you want, you would give me your best. And she said, I want to make $16,000 a month. I said, okay, no problem. $16,000 in Colombia, you're rich, period. I mean, you're a very wealthy person in Colombia, by the way. I said, and I gave her a plan to do that. And let me tell you something, she's going to try to do this in the next 90 days. She'll do it. I gave her a plan to do that. I showed her exactly how she's going to do that. Even though she's making $6,000 an hour, but I showed her another way on how to make the 16 grand per month. What I'm saying is, all I do is, listen, there's nothing great about me. I just know how to expose the opportunities that are always there. You're just not thinking about it. Like a lot of you men and women, you're not thinking about these different opportunities. You know, I don't know where your head is. You know, I don't know. You know, you're too busy thinking about how you're going to do it, how you're going to survive, how you're going to make money, how. And I'm too busy just thinking about what you will do. I say, well, what do you want to do? That's the question I ask everybody. Anybody that worked for me at my that came to my seminars, they already know. I ask the same question. Do I not, Ariella? So what do you want? What do you want? It's a very important question, is it not? Because whatever you want is what you're going to get. I just say, what do you want? I ask the same question every time we have a seminar, just for my team. It's internal mastermind. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? How much money you want to make? How much? How much? Tell me. Write it down. Okay, great. This is how you get there. I give them a plan. This is how you get there. This is how you get there. This is how you get there. Now, all you got to do is believe that you can get there. I got one lady. She had a very tough and rough time to ask a customer for $5,000, right? She couldn't close it, a $5,000 deal. She can close $1,000. She'll tell me this. She said, I can close $2,500, but I don't know. I just can't get the $5,000. I can't do more than $5,000. And now she closed $10,000 with ease. Before you know it, the next week she's going to do a $20,000 close. What's the difference? What was the difference? It's not because she got more skill, because she was already skilled. She's good. She knows what she's doing. Just her belief. See, what happens with people, what we don't realize, what a lot of you don't realize before I let you go here, many of you don't realize that the person that you are today, and when you're communicating to other people, if you want to have power over these people, you have to be a different person. You can't be the same person that they are, because you're going to transfer their beliefs and your beliefs, which is, oh, they don't have a lot of money. Oh, well, they can't afford this. Well, I'm not going to do this to this person. I know they're hurting. But what you're doing is you're internally talking about you, right? When you think about a person, when you're trying to sell them and you're trying to get money out of them, right? And you think the only reason why you don't ask for that amount of money, and it's hard for you to ask that amount of money, because you don't know you don't have that amount of money, and you're able to resonate why they don't have the money, because they struggling, you're struggling too. But the thing is, you have to reframe your situation. You have to understand that you're different. Maybe you don't have all the money, but you have to become a different person. You have to become a person that's abundant, even though you don't have a dollar in your bank account, but you have to give the perception that you're already an abundant individual, and you have to communicate to people like this. Does that make sense? And unfortunately, because obviously our mom and dad wasn't rich, so we don't have that charisma. Like, we don't have that certainty within us. So we have to develop it. I had to develop this certainty that I can do whatever I wanted to do, because my parents wasn't rich. So I had to develop that certainty when it comes to money, and understanding that it's okay if somebody pays me $50,000 or $75,000 to talk to me for 30 minutes. Not a big deal. I'm a valuable individual. I'm Wesley motherfucking Virgin. Hello? You should pay me $1 million to speak and talk, and they will. There's going to be a time people are going to pay me $1 million to speak and talk. It's nothing. Just $1 million. It's not a big deal. It's not 10 million, not 100 million. Just $1 million. And I know some of you may say, what? Why would a person pay you $1 million? Well, why would a person pay Drake $2 million to sing a song for 30 minutes? Why? Let me tell you why. Because of the value he brings to the marketplace, the way he makes you feel. That's it. Guys, did you get value here today? Comment below if you got value here. Also, comment below if you enjoyed yourself here. How many of you believe that you can do it and you will do it? Okay? How many of you believe that you can do it and you will do it? Okay? I want you to listen to this one more time, if you don't mind, before you start your week. I want you to set the tone for the week. All I want you to do is just think about what you want to create. Don't think too much about how you're going to create it. Just think about what you want. Like, how much money you want to make tomorrow? Who do you want to meet tomorrow? How do you want your relationships to be? How do you want the business to go? You want a ton of customers to come in your shop? Well, imagine, say, you know what? I'm going to have over 100 customers that's going to come into my shop. I'm going to have so many people that I have to turn people away. Just say it. Think about it before you go to bed. Just think about it. Imagine if so many customers came into your business. Imagine if 10,000 people bought your product tomorrow. How would you feel? Just begin that imaginative process, ladies and gentlemen. Because that's how it works. Okay? Hey, I love you. If you don't mind, when I post this, come back and leave a comment if you don't mind. I really appreciate that. Just come back, 5 seconds, just leave a comment and just tell me what you learned. It's going to help you to be able to actually use this information and make it applicable to your life. Hey, this is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin. Much love, and let's go.